Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillahi wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My distinguished brothers and sisters in Islam, it is very important for us generally, both scholars and students like me and you, to understand the ethics of misunderstanding or ethics of when scholars this have different opinions about a matter or something among the matters of Islam. You should know that this kind of issues didn't start today. It has been existing even before we were born, even before our scholars were born, and even before the scholars of our scholars were born. It's happened during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When the companions have disagreements, how did they do within themselves? When the student of the companions, the tabi'un, whenever they have disagreement among themselves, how did they treat the matter? It's better we who live in this computer age or this information era to utilize this technology better than any other generation that existed. Today, someone will, as I speak to you now, don't be surprised, tens or hundreds or perhaps millions of people will be watching me if at all I'm doing this alive. But 100 years, or let me just say 50 years before this time, is this possible? This was not possible at all. Before a scholar should get to another scholar or to get another student, then he must maybe travel for a day, 2 days, 3 days, maybe a week, sometimes months, and sometimes even a year before he gets to another scholar. But they still manage themselves well. Then what of we that can just take telephone call or maybe do a video, a short video clip, and do explanation and seek clarification? Why are we not utilizing the technology? And the technology is at our is at our fingertips. In those days, especially during the first century of Islam, whenever the companions have disagreement within themselves, they treat themselves as brothers even with disagreements, because there is difference between al-ikhtilaf and al-iftiraq. Iftiraq, Islam doesn't want it. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Al Imran that وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا, and do not be segregated. Do not split. But ikhtilaf al-ra'i, a difference of opinion or difference of view, cannot be eliminated, and we can manage it. There is no way in Islam or any way that we think the same or in similar way. But we are not imitating our four generations. Whenever issues like this happen, everybody takes his part or their part, and then they begin to shout. And you can see a student, a small student like me, will be insulting big scholars. Sometimes will even throw challenge of debates to them. A scholar that if he sits together with you, you yourself will realize that you have committed a great mistake. Just because he said something that is contrary to your opinion, or he said something that is contrary to the opinion of your scholar, is that why you behave in that manner? What the companions of the Prophet ﷺ taught us, as they were told by the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, was that difference of opinion and shouldn't call for segregation or splitting of the Muslims as we do today. We need to understand the difference and the disparity between al-iftiraq and ikhtilaf. Ikhtilaf al-ra'i cannot be eliminated. It is there. But iftiraq is what Islam doesn't want. My opinion is not your opinion. The number of books you have read are not even up to the number of books I have read. The number of books I have covered to someone is, I'm just a beginner. Then how will our understandings and our opinions and views be the same? It is not possible. But what Islam does not want is that this difference of opinion should cause us to segregate, to start calling ourselves names, that this person is this, that person is this. The companions of the Prophet ﷺ got disagreements among themselves. The popular hadith transmitted by Imam al-Bukhari, when the Prophet ﷺ sent some companions to Banu Qurayza. Everybody knows this hadith, but we did not understand the fiqh of the hadith, because reading or knowing the hadith is one thing, then understanding the hadith and applying it in our daily life is another thing. Everybody knows this hadith. These companions got a misunderstanding in terms of opinion as they were going to where the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent them. But do you know that even those who didn't see that Salatul Asr should be performed before they reached the place of Banu Qurayza, waited for the people who saw Salat or who wanted performing their Salat, they didn't go. This is what we mean by ikhtilafur ra'i. If my ra'i, my opinion and my view differs with you, that does not mean that I have become your enemy. We should try to tolerate ourselves. The authentic hadith transmitted by Imam al-Bukhari again, the incidents of Sayyidina Umar during the time of the Prophet ﷺ, when the Prophet sent him Umar and Ammar ibn Yasir on an errand. And in the process of going to where the Prophet ﷺ sent them to achieve a mission, they lost water and it was time for prayers. So they performed dry ablution at Tayammum and then they set their salah. On their way going, after setting the salah, they got water. Ammar opined that they should perform ablution with water and then reset their prayers. Umar said no. In my own opinion, tayammum is performed in the absence of water, and we have performed the salah that is composed upon us. Ammar said, I'm not clear with that opinion. In my own view, I will perform ablution and then recite my prayers. Umar said, here am I waiting for you. And Umar waited. And there are so many things like this we can deduct from many ahadiths of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam what happened between them. So what I mean is that anytime there is understanding, we shouldn't take it as a do or die affair. The scholars should also know how to manage themselves, and we students should also know how to manage our scholars. Any issue that belongs to the scholars, we should keep ourselves mute. Don't indulge yourself in matters that concern scholars. The social media that we're supposed to use to cement our relationship, we are using it otherwise. We are using it to disorganize ourselves. Somebody will just keep take it into video, and because he has Android phone or a camera and he knows how to do this and that, and then start saying a lot of rubbish about a scholar, or because a scholar said something contrary to his opinion or to the opinion of his scholar, and then they will begin to say something that will not even be said to an ignorant person. How will you say that a scholar that everybody knows in his place, in his local government, or in his state, or in his country, or in his wherever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to him, is there preaching? At the end, he committed just a simple mistake. Let's even admit, for the sake of argument, that he committed a mistake. A mistake, because of a single mistake he committed, he is no more a scholar. You have removed him from scholarship? Are you the one that put him there? Why don't we manage ourselves? We are misusing social media. The social media is supposed to be a handle that will use to propagate Islam properly and to cement our relationship properly, as I have mentioned in the beginning of this clip, that people before us did not get all these opportunities we are getting today, and there are more of opportunities on the way coming. So, my brothers and my sisters, the Prophet ﷺ didn't teach us to be insulting ourselves and to be abusing our scholars or ourselves. And remember, the Prophet ﷺ says, Tibabul Muslim fusukun wa qitalu kufrun. Insulting a Muslim is a fisk, is a great wrongdoing. What of a scholar? A scholar that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that al ulama warathatul anbiya, they are the inheritors of the prophets. The people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the glorious Quran that innama yakhshallaha min ibadiya al ulama, those people that the people that fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that are conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala among the creatures, are the scholars. Is this same people that you want to fight and you are insulting, you are abusing them because they committed mistake, or maybe they portray an opinion that is contrary to your own or to the opinion of your scholar, or maybe to the opinion of your mazhab? I think we should learn how to tolerate ourselves. We should learn how to tolerate ourselves, especially Muslims in the northern Nigeria. We should know how to tolerate ourselves. We see you another time. Thank you very much for your time. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us all aright. Barakallahu fina wa fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.